Just got done eating a little bite after we come in from work, and I know I hadn't updated y'all on that trap. We caught something in that trap. I'll put a clip of that right here. The trap has been sprung. Thought y'all might want to see what's in it. I was wrong. Check that guy out. I'm gonna get him out of that trap, take care of him, and reset that trap. But I was wrong. I thought it was that raccoon that I had a problem with a couple weeks ago. But I did shoot that raccoon, so now it was a possum. But you're always dealing with something like that on the farm. Wasn't that cool? I got the trap set again. It's been about, it's been 3 days since we set the trap originally. And it's been 2 days since I set it again. I didn't catch nothing yesterday, but let's go check it today. I don't know. I'll cut this out if, man, there's deer everywhere on my neighbor, not on me. I'll cut this out if I've already set it before, but I couldn't get the trap inside the hen house like my original plan. So I set it out here just in the chicken yard. And it is empty other than our bait. Still set. So we will leave that there and go on about our day. Well, there is a big old buck over there. I wished I had a zoom. I'm shooting this with my cell phone. Cows are coming. They know I'm fixing to feed them. But I'm shooting this on my cell phone and I can't zoom in. There is a big old buck over there. Yes, he is, and he's proud of himself. There is 5 days left of the season. Man, he's a nice buck. But he's about, 500-600 yards from here. So it's too far for my bow and arrow or my crossbow. I wish y'all could see that. That's as far as I can zoom in. You can see them right there, those specks on the horizon out there. Oops, focused on my finger. You can see them way out there, those little brown dots. I'll move my finger and quit focusing on my finger. That's the deer. The big buck has gotten into the trees now. Harley thinks he's a cow dog. But let's give these chickens a little grain. Get them fed. Let's check these hen boxes right quick. I cleaned them out, you know, on the video before this. I didn't show cleaning them out, but I put new nesting material in there. Doesn't look like they're using them. Oh, there's a feather in there. Maybe they are. Guess I'll know if they're using them here in a little while when it's bedtime. Even though I've cleaned the coop, caught the predators, and put new bedding in the nesting boxes, they still want to roost right there. So I probably am going to go ahead and take that chicken tractor out of there just to see if we can't get them guys to go back in the chicken coop. That was amazing. Did y'all see that? That chicken jumped from limb to limb, but he caught himself with his neck and then pulled himself up there with his feet, her feet. Let's grab y'all's legs over here and we'll get you set up and feed the cows right quick. That's better. I was sure glad to catch that possum. I haven't lost any more chickens since we caught him 2 nights ago. Let's get some hay out here for these cows. That didn't work very good. Them deer almost all moved off. There's a few more. There's probably 7 or 8 good ones out there. Let's finally, let's work on the raised bed some more. I got 2 wheelbarrow loads of the chicken dung, and I'm just gonna rake them out and then cover them up. And I'll finally show you my idea about using weights. When I was talking about not, those sandbags wasn't worth the money because they dry rotted too easy. So we'll get this raked flat and we'll go from there. Harley the cow dog. That's what Molly's supposed to do. What are you doing, Molly? You're supposed to chase them cows. You're supposed to chase the cows, Molly, not Harley. That's a little better look at Molly. Molly's a miniature Australian Shepherd. No. Oh, yeah, a miniature. All right, the next step is to put the silage tarp on here and then weight it down. And I think that's about all the time we've got out here before it gets dark anyhow. This was my idea for weighting it down. I got a bunch of these old feed sacks. And just put a cinder block in there. I'm gonna let Deanna work on the edges and I'm gonna get some more feed sacks and cinder blocks. Got 6 bags. Now hopefully I got 6 more cinder blocks. I'm pretty sure I do. Concrete blocks, whatever you call them. Cinder block is what I've heard my whole life. But I already know what us Okies call it may not be what the rest of the world calls it. And more deer out there. Yeah, that big buck was out there a while ago. Oh yeah, I see them by the pond. They were down behind the dam earlier. Let's get the dolly for the cinder blocks. Deanna's picking up sticks. A lot cooler behind this little house than it is over where we were at. That's got that bed ready. That silage tarp will create heat and break down all the organic matter, and the chicken squat that we put in there will just help with the fertilizer, putting minerals and things like that back in the soil. So it's way darker out here than the camera lets on, but we got a couple more things to do inside. All right, so we got that silage tarp in place, and now I need to start a batch of kombucha from scratch. Now, I've been asked to do this, so I want to show how to do it. We've got a kombucha video on how to make kombucha, but that was using a SCOBY, and this is making your own SCOBY. So I've got a half gallon of tea here. I'm gonna add to the tea 1/2 gallon of water. So that makes a full gallon. I can do more than that in this pot, But to start a SCOBY, I just want to do the 1 gallon. To recap, the tea is 12 bags of tea. It's 6 black tea, 6 green tea, just normal size bags. Black tea is just plain tea, green tea is green tea. And I've got 2 cups of sugar. I doubled the sugar because I'm trying to make a SCOBY. I'm not starting out with a SCOBY. So the only other thing that I need to put in there is some actual kombucha. So I picked up this. This is gingerberry. The raw plain is better, but I have used the gingerberry before and it worked every time. Any kombucha will work. You just got to make sure that it's raw and it's never been pasteurized. So basically, pour that right in the mixture of tea and water. Now I boiled that water and dissolved the sugar in there and then put my tea bags in there for about 20 minutes. You want to make sure you let that cool to room temperature. Adding that ½ gallon of water helped, but that is all I've got to do. Put a lid on it now. That is all I've got to do for my kombucha. I will come back and check it in 2 weeks. It'll take at least 2 weeks. So I'll check it in 2 weeks. Most likely it'll take a month to develop a SCOBY, and I'll keep you tuned in on that. Don't forget to date it so you know when you started it. You do not have to have the crock jar that I have. It'll do a large batch, a couple of gallons. You can do it in a glass gallon jar. Just set it in a cool place, kind of in the dark. You don't want it in direct sunlight. Now, I've got to get this chicken sausage put in the freezer. So I'm just going to vacuum seal it. I got my vacuum sealer and some bags out. I'm gonna cut a few bags right quick with my little bitty scissors and get that chicken sausage all sealed up. I got me several bags made. Now I'm gonna stuff them with the chicken sausage. Now, didn't see the other video, we made this homemade sausage and then we smoked it. And it smells divine right now, just getting my face over top of the bag here. Boy, that smoke smells good. That mesquite smoke always has smelled good. That's about 10 pieces. You got to be careful. Dana just popped her some popcorn in her whirly pop, and the stove top is hot. I've got to make sure not set no plastic on that. That made 4 bags of chicken jerky. So we'll get that in the freezer. All right, now I'm going to do a little prep for tomorrow's lunch. I've got, if you've never seen these, this is a Holland bow meal, walnut, 1-piece bow, and a mezzaluna knife. So that's what we use to chop our salad. This is like a bow-shaped cutting board is what it is. And I've got some cabbage in there. Let me show you something. and we had it customized from Holland Bow Mill from Holland, Michigan. Check them out, they're pretty neat. I got some purple cabbage, and then put about half a head of romaine lettuce in there. A little bit of kale. You want to keep your kale fresh. Drop it down in a jar like that right there, and then put your bag back over it. Get the stems down in the water. That will keep it crispy. As a matter of fact, that was a little bit wilty when I put it in here this morning. So that'll not only keep it crispy. Did you hear that? When I tore it off there, it's crispy. That'll not only keep it crispy, that'll revitalize it. But I'm just pulling the stems out. The stems are coarse and tough, so we don't want no stems in there. I think that's it pretty good. Enough kale. And then I've got some just spinach and spring salad mix. Drop that in a bowl. Take the mezzaluna knife and I'm going to chop it up. Put that in a bowl that we use to carry them to work with. We'll add a few purple onions. And I've got some sliced up cucumbers and some tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes that I have with this Alaskan ulu. Our oldest son, used to live in Alaska, lived there about 6 years, and he brought us that Alaskan ulu one year. So I'm just gonna drop that in there. I cut that purple cabbage with that ulu too, but I'm not sure what the difference is in a ulu and a mezzaluna, but I use both of them all the time. Just put a lid on that and get it back in the ice box for tomorrow. That's got 2 salads ready to go for tomorrow morning to go in our lunch boxes. We try to eat a green salad every day. I do real good while I'm at work, eating a salad every day, but on the weekends, not so much.